All right, Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. And salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And I have a couple of images pulled up here. All right, these are ICBM nuclear missiles that you are viewing here. These are the missiles that are intercontinental, which means that they can fly from continent to continent. All right, now a lot of people ask, what are these going to be used for? Are these going to be used for destruction? All right, a lot of people are very, 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 very. They want to know what these are going to be used for because these are very dangerous weapons, man. Okay, and what kind of technology? Who in their right mind would create missiles like this, man? And from the scriptures, we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that these missiles that were created, these heads, which we can see here, all these are in spear form. These are like spear shaped, arrow shaped, okay, etc. All right. So we know that these are going to be used for a very, very powerful destruction. Now, a lot of people don't realize that these are actually a part of biblical prophecy. These being mass produced, these being created in general, is prophecy. Because why? These are the spirit. These are the weapons of the Lord's indignation, and they were created by the Most High. Because ultimately, the Most High put the spirit on man, who he selected to create these things, man. All right. So in the scriptures, it tells you that these ICBMs that we're seeing, okay, nuclear, you can go type in nuclear on Google and you can see just the imagery of these missiles, man, that fly from continent to continent to destroy the whole land. Now they have, all right, I'm going to type this. They have a Miss Russia, all right, who we know to be Magog, Gog, and Magog in the scriptures, according to Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. All right, they have created a missile that can destroy the whole landmass, all right, of Texas, man, the whole state, man. Okay, it is called the RS-28 Sarmat. Okay, it says, let me read a little bit about it. It says the RS-28 Sarmat, all right, is a Russian liquid-fueled MIRV-equipped heavy thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missile under development by the Makiev Rocket Design Bureau since 2009. So the Lord put the spirit on these Edomites, these Russian Edomites, to create these types of missiles, man. Okay. And the Lord created these missiles with the very, very destructive force because the Lord's spirit is going to be in these missiles, man. All right. And these are spoken of in the scriptures. It says the Sarmat ICBM is one of the 6 new Russian strategic weapons unveiled by the Russian President Vladimir Putin on March 1st, 2018. So this is just a year ago, man. And through the spirit, we know that they're mass producing more and more of these, man. Why? Because these are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. Okay. Let's read here. Business Insider. It says Putin has touted an invincible nuclear weapon that really exists. Here's how it works and why it deeply worries experts. So the Lord is this the Lord toting these missiles, man? Because you like to have niggas talk about toting guns. The Lord is toting these missiles by way of these Russians because the Lord controls the minds of the kings. It tells you that in the scriptures as well. All right. So these are the missiles that are deemed to be unstoppable, as it says here. Okay. Putin announced an unstoppable nuclear-powered global cruise missile that has practically unlimited range, then showed an animation of the device bobbing and weaving around the globe. He also played a computer animation of a high-speed, nuke-armed submarine drone blowing up ships and coastal targets. Okay? Russia remains the largest nuclear power. All right? So America is not the strongest anymore, man. The Lord has made you Edomites here in Babylon the Great, or better known as America, to zombies. All right, the Lord has made this place weak. All right, it says the weak shall say I am strong in Joel. That's a part of biblical prophecy. So these prophecies, we're still living in biblical times. And these nuclear missiles are the weapons of the Lord's indignations. All right, they are described as glittering spears in the scriptures, arrows. All right, they're also described as the Lord's army. All right, that come to destroy and desolate the land. And these are ultimately going to bring, all right, the second death, which is thermonuclear destruction or fire. And you can see that they get you, they desensitize you, and they predictively program you, all right, to understand what these missiles are going to do in the last days, man. All right. Now I'm going to get some scriptures. All right, this is Isaiah 5:26. And he will lift up an ensign to the nations from far, and will hiss unto them from the end of the earth. And behold, they shall come with speed swiftly. All right, these missiles, man. We just read that Putin has deemed these missiles unstoppable, bobbing and weaving around missile defense systems and different types of other missiles trying to stop this missile or these specific missiles from hitting their target. It's not going to work. These missiles are going to come with speed swiftly, as the Lord says. Verse 27, none shall be weary nor stumble among them. None shall slumber nor sleep. Neither shall the girdle of their loins be loosed, nor the latchet of their shoes be broken. So they're going to come with force, all right? And they're going to get to their destination through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And this is what we're telling you, Edomites. This is what's going to happen to Babylon the Great. Verse 28, whose arrows are sharp, and all their bows bent, their horses' hooves shall be counted like flint, and their wheels like a whirlwind. Their roaring shall be like a lion. They shall roar like young lions. Yeah, they shall roar and lay hold of the prey, and shall carry it away safe, and none shall deliver it. And in that day they shall roar against them like the roaring of the sea. And if one look unto the land, so when one of these missiles hits the land, all right, when one of them hits Texas, when one of these missiles from these other countries, all right, specifically being spearheaded by Russia, hits New York, hits California, hits Chicago, what's going to happen? Behold, darkness and sorrow, and the light is darkened in the heavens thereof. Why? Because the mushroom clouds are going to go up, and they're going to be massive mushroom clouds in the sky, and they're going to cover the sun. So, therefore, that darkness is that the light is going to be darkened in the heavens thereof. Why? From these nuclear destructive missiles. All right. These, hold on 1 second, bear with me. These missiles, these are what the Lord's arrows are. All right. The weapons of the Lord's indignation, man, upon the earth in the last days, upon the wicked. See the arrowheads here? You see? Nuclear missile heads. They look like arrows and spears and shafts. See? You have to really see what the prophets are talking about in the scriptures. And only the elect, all right, and the 1/3 and the selected of the Lord are going to understand these things, man. All these other people are going to think this is foolishness. But this is the actual truth, man. You see? And the scriptures back it up, man. All right, this is Jeremiah. It's all throughout the scriptures, man. They don't teach you this in the church. All right, because they want everybody to be asleep. They want our people to stay asleep to the destruction that's coming, man. All right, this is Jeremiah 51:1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. What's going to create this destroying wind? These nuclear missiles. Okay? They're going to totally obliterate America and all the city and all the land thereof, because this is Babylon the Great. Okay? Now, if this is Babylon the Great, let's see what the Lord's going to do to Babylon the Great, which is America in the last days. Verse 2, and I will send unto Babylon, America, fanners, these missiles, that shall fan her and shall empty her land. These missiles, because all the other nations are getting in and attaching themselves to Russia. It tells you in the scriptures that is prophecy as well. Russia shall be a guard unto the weaker nations, and they're going to all come against Babylon the Great, which is America, which is biblically taking place. All right, which the prophecies are moving along, and we're seeing this. So these nuclear missiles are these fanners, and are these spears, and are these arrows of the Most High, and the weapons of His indignation. And they are also a part of His plagues, man. They're plagues in themselves because they destroy the whole land, man. Okay? For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. So all these nations, all right, this is what you're seeing take place. Now you're seeing Venezuela come against America and stand up. All right, now you're seeing the other nations, the smaller nations, North Korea, stand up against America. All right, and ultimately you see Russia standing up against America. Okay, Russia just moved into Venezuela. Okay, and America warned them to get out of there. And Russia was like, we're not going anywhere. So these nations are getting stronger, and they're being spearheaded, and they're being shown a covering and given a covering by Russia, man, who will be the biblical Gog and Magog, according to Ezekiel 38. Jeremiah 51:3, against him that bendeth let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. So the Lord is going to initiate this spirit inside of these other nations to do this against America, which is Babylon the Great, in the scriptures. Okay? All right? Verse 4, thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and because they called the Chaldeans because they were Hamites that followed wicked vibrations and other gods and deities of evil. And this is the same place that follows the same homosexuality, transgenderism, right, and all the same abominable works that these Chaldeans did. So the Lord is likening this place unto the Chaldeans as well, because they took the wickedness of the Chaldeans to an ultimate level. You biblical Edomites, man. Okay, you lower class Edomites, you might not know about this. You everyday Joe six packs, but you're a wicked elite. Your elites, your princes, your kings. All right. The Rothschilds, these banking families, they follow the witchcraft and sorcery and wickedness and evil of the ancient Chaldeans, right? But they took it to a whole nother level. So you didn't even know this was going on above you in your hierarchy, man. But this is why you see they're oppressing the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You see, because your kings and your princes in your hierarchy follow Satanism and the ancient wicked acts and deeds of the ancient Chaldeans, who are the biblical Hamites, man. All right, and then it says, and they that are thrust through in her streets. All right, for Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power. So the people that you have oppressed, all right, the Most High is orchestrating this whole reality, and ultimately He's going to come back into this reality. Is what the scriptures it describes, man, and it describes these missiles being that recompense and that punishment to the whole land of America for oppressing the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, or of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Yep. So the Lord is going to recompense you Edomites in these last days by way of these thermonuclear destructive missiles that you see these other countries building. These are for your destruction. And it's going to happen because it's written. This is biblical prophecy. Just like it says in the scriptures, we were going to go into slavery on ships in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. All right. The same is going to be played out when it comes to these missiles and these fanners fanning the whole land of Babylon, which we know to be America today. All right. This is Isaiah, or actually, since they say the Apocrypha is not credible, which we know the Bible Destruction Group took that out. All right. Because this has always been a part of the scriptures. And they took it out because notably it tells you that Alexander the Great brought wickedness unto the earth, and it tells you about you. It really pinpoints you Edomites and all your rulerships, whether it be the Greeks, the Romans, etc. And it gives vast amounts of history, man. All right, and vast amounts of truth, which exposes you biblical Edomites, you self-proclaimed white people. All right, this is 2 Ezra 16. Give me 1 second. I'll just start at 1 and I'm going to jump down. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 1. Woe, which means destruction, be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. All right, so the Lord is telling you, Edomites, and all you wicked people here in America, Destruction is about to come upon you. All right. Gird up yourselves with cloths and and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand, man. Okay. Now, I'm going to get this really quick. The Lord is telling you Edomites, you self-proclaimed white people, and all you other heathens, you Elamites, you East Indians, you Asians, you so-called Japanese, you so-called Chinese, you Persians, you Arabs, anybody outside of the children of Israel, the Lord is telling you, gird yourself with sackcloth because your destruction is at hand by way of these nuclear missiles here in Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, so let me get this. I'm going to get a couple of the shots. Okay. ICBM. You can just type this in you can just type this in YouTube and you can see what these things do, man.
The execution of nuclear weapons is responsibility of the President of the United States.
Yep.
Upon receiving the President's direction, the combat crew goes through a set of procedures necessary to validate the message, to authenticate its origin, and then to begin to...
That's America. They're and you Americans don't even realize. You can go read this. It's factual. They already did tests and ran experiments, and they did statistics on this. The U.S.'s ICBM nuclear defense system is only 50%, maybe even less now. All right, basically 0% if the other countries' missiles are unstoppable. That means your missile defense system is logically is 0% effective. True Americans are proud, and the Lord made you like that, just like He did to Pharaoh, so He can destroy him, man, for oppressing the children of Israel. All right, I'm gonna look at these are the missiles that we were reading about earlier. Okay. So I'm gonna play this. Oh.
конструктивные особенности. Это так называемый пороховой аккумулятор давления, который выбрасывает ракету из контейнера по системе минометного старта. Только после его отстрела включаются ракетные двигатели.
В 7000 километров от места старта. Запуск провели...
So you can go watch that. You can go on YouTube and just Google these missiles, man. These are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. All right. 2 Ezra 16:1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. All right. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? All right, so you Edomites, man, these are the plagues, all right, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which are these arrows spoken of all throughout the scriptures, Old Testament, New Testament, all right, etc., man. Okay, you can't get around the understanding that the apostles and elders of Great Millstone are putting out. Who are the prophets, man? Who are the apostles, man? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we've been given this understanding to let you Edomites and the rest of the heathen, including our people, the wicked of them, all right, that destruction is coming to America, which is Babylon the Great, all right, the mother of all harlots spoken of in the Bible, all right. Verse 5, plagues are sent unto you, which proves that they're plagues. And what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow, these arrows, that is shot of a strong archer? The Most High, man. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath. All right, these nuclear missiles, man. Okay, let's get some visuals. Let's see here, bear with me. And this is all on YouTube, man. Russia has videos, all right, simulated videos showing them destroying America, man. Why? Because that's biblical prophecy. Because that's what they're gonna eventually do. All right, and this is the times we're coming in. This is gonna be that cherry on the top by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Russia. Let's see. You can just type Russia destroys America. Let's see what comes up. And this is on YouTube. All right.
So the Russian president, Vladimir Putin, says he isn't trying
You
to
Edomites
ignite
look
a new
finished,
Cold
man.
War.
Just give it up, man.
Putin is
finished.
touting Russia's new invincible nuclear-powered missile that is capable of hitting anywhere in the.
And you Edomites, man, you know this is you look terrified, man. Look at this man. Terrified, man. Whether he's Jake, Esau. All right, you people reporting this know that you could eventually be destroyed. You could eventually or possibly be destroyed by this, which is going to be the utter end of wickedness in this place. And this is going to be a reality soon. Destruction by these missiles, man.
World, according to him. Putin showed a video as proof, simulating Russian missiles apparently raining down on Florida near the president's Mar-a-Lago estate. Our next guest is skeptical of Putin's claim about his capability.
Now you see, these Russians have been being stirred up by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so you can read about that in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. All right. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and you just seen them. All right, being simulated to rain down on Florida, man. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. These are going to be these ICBM, because intercontinental means basically, all right, and this gives you a description of missiles that could travel from continent to continent. They're intercontinental, all right, and that's the scripture, man. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. This is how you know that this scripture is talking biblically about these nuclear missiles in this time, man. You see? Now I'm going to get one more. I don't want to make it too long because it's clearly shown that missiles are in the scriptures. You see? It's very clean. It's very clear. All right? To them that the Lord wants to understand. It's Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. Because these missiles are going to be ultimately shot back and forth. America's going to shoot some missiles off as well. Okay? It's going to be a shootout with nuclear missiles in these last days. You see? Ultimately, America is going to be the biggest continent that is completely destroyed and laid waste. Because all the other nations are going to shoot missiles at this place. All right, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. How? By these missiles. By that thermonuclear destructive heat. Okay? And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. The mushroom cloud. All right, that simultaneously happens after a nuke hits, man, or atomic bomb hits, man. and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword, the Lord's nuclear missiles that he had man create for his indignation, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. How's it going to bathe in heaven? It's going to go out. It's going to go up and out of the atmosphere, through into space, and come right back into the atmosphere. It's going to be bathed in that other heaven, man, and come right back down. That's what this is describing, man. This is what Isaiah was seeing. Okay? This is what the Lord was showing him. All right, in the ancient world, okay? Isaiah 34:5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. All right? Up out of the atmosphere into space and back into the atmosphere and down, and to destroy the whole land of America, which is biblical, which I just read. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down out of the atmosphere upon Idumea. All right? All right, and that word Idumea is synonymous with Edom. All right? All right, and then we go back to the Genesis. You can go back into Genesis, and it tells you that Esau is Edom. So you self-proclaim white people, you are the biblical Edomites or the Idumeans. And this would be considered the land of Idumea, because you heavily inhabit this place, America. And you've set up your ways, your standards, your laws, your vibration, your wickedness. This is your rulership here in America. All right, gotten through rape, robbery, and murder. Therefore, this is the land of Idumea, because this is where you Idumeans reside, all right, in the last days. And upon the people of my curse to judgment, because you people are cursed with leprosy. All right, you are the cursed people that are unmelanated on the planet. That was a curse put upon you, so the Lord and people could point out, all right, and signify who you are. That's a signal. It's a symbol. All right, your unmelanated skin, that's that curse. That's the Lord's talking about. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. So these missiles are going to come down upon you Idumeans, you biblical Edomites, you self-proclaimed white people, and the other heathen nations for following you, and the wicked of our people, all right, in these last days. Proving to you that thermonuclear destructive missiles are all a part of the plot and plan and orchestration of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in these last days. All right. Isaiah 34:6, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood, and it is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. All right. So Lord willing, that was edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakudash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. And salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and Abba Babal.